The continuous noise of machines fills the air as thousands of hammers work tirelessly. In this immense factory, artificial light illuminates endless rows of workstations. The gestures are repetitive, precise, and fast like a perfectly choreographed dance. Each movement brings these thousands of parts a little closer to an object that millions of people desire. The faint scent of heated metal and new plastic mixes with the more subtle smell of fresh paint. Conveyor belts constantly carry tiny components to the hands of those who assemble them. The sharp sound of a pneumatic screwdriver sets the rhythm of this day as it does all the others. Here we are in the heart of Foxconn in Zhengzhou, a place many call iPhone City. It is here that most of the world's iPhones are born. A place both fascinating and mysterious. But to understand how this device became a global symbol, we must go back to its origins. The iPhone is now one of the most recognized modern phones on the planet. Since its launch, Apple has sold more than 1 billion of them, generating hundreds of billions of dollars. This success has transformed the way we communicate, work, and even live. Apple owes much of its fame to its ability to innovate and deliver cutting-edge technology. Millions of customers around the world are willing to pay a high price for the design, quality, and features of the iPhone. Yet few people truly know how this device is made and where it comes from. Your iPhone was not designed and manufactured in a single country, but is the result of global collaboration. On the box, we often read the phrase "designed in California," which does not mean it was made there. So where are iPhones actually made, and what happens inside these factories? To understand, we must distinguish two essential notions: manufacturing and assembly. Manufacturing is the creation of the components that make up the iPhone. Apple designs and sells the iPhone but does not directly manufacture its parts. Assembly consists of taking all the components created by specialized manufacturers and putting them together to form a complete iPhone. It is at this precise moment that I want to ask you something important. If you want to keep discovering the backstage of major technologies and understand what hides behind the objects you use every day, then subscribe now and turn on the bell to support the channel and give more strength to this work. Because the more of us there are, the more we can show you unique and captivating stories. Apple sources components from around the world to get the best technology at the most competitive price. The brand seeks not only the best manufacturers, but also those capable of producing at very large scale. More than 200 companies worldwide manufacture and supply the components needed for iPhone production. These manufacturers create memory chips, screens, casings, cameras, and much more. Their locations are very diverse, with companies in South Korea, China, Taiwan, Germany, Japan, India, and also the United States. These suppliers ship their components to huge Apple factories around the world for the first stages of assembly. Most iPhone assembly takes place in East and Southeast Asia, where labor is abundant and less expensive. Components are therefore sent to factories in China, the Czech Republic, Malaysia, Thailand, South Korea, Singapore, and the Philippines. Despite the diversity of these locations, two companies handle almost all production: Foxconn and Pegatron. These two Taiwanese companies supervise the final assembly and ensure that each iPhone meets Apple's quality standards. But no other facility equals the gigantic Foxconn factory located in Zhengzhou, China. Nicknamed iPhone City, it stretches over more than 2 million square meters. This factory employs about 350,000 people who work day and night on an impressive assembly line. Foxconn is Apple's oldest partner for building its phones. The company assembles the majority of iPhones in its Shenzhen location in China. The Zhengzhou factory was built in 2010 almost exclusively to meet Apple's production needs. With the financial help of the provincial government, Foxconn was able to create enormous production capacity. The commercial name Foxconn actually hides the company Han Hai Precision Industry Company Limited. This is where the final assembly, testing, and packaging of iPhones takes place. The Zhengzhou site has 94 production lines. It can produce up to 500,000 iPhones per day, about 350 per minute. Each worker often repeats the same task all day, whether polishing a screen, soldering a piece, or fastening a screw. Assembling a single iPhone can take nearly a minute, allowing a worker to complete 600 to 700 per day. Once assembled, the iPhone is placed in an elegant white cardboard box, packaged, and loaded onto wooden pallets. These pallets are transported to trucks waiting outside the factory. The iPhone then passes through a customs post located just a few hundred meters away in a free trade zone. This allows Apple to sell iPhones more easily to Chinese consumers. China also plays a key role in Apple's global tax strategy. After customs, Foxconn delivers the completed iPhones to Apple, which then distributes them worldwide. A few years ago, computers were shipped by boat, taking nearly a month. Today, smartphones like the iPhone can be shipped by plane in large quantities at lower cost. Apple works with carriers such as FedEx and UPS to deliver phones across the globe. A single Boeing 747 flight can carry about 150,000 iPhones in its cargo hold. Devices destined for the United States are trucked to Zhengzhou Airport. This airport was significantly expanded to handle the surge in production. Flights then head to Anchorage, Alaska, to refuel. From there, they fly to Louisville, Kentucky, where logistics professionals sort and reship the phones to their final destinations. Chinese consumers often pay more due to currency fluctuations and value-added tax. For example, an iPhone sold in Shanghai can cost much more than in New York. The presence of Foxconn in Zhengzhou has transformed the lives of many residents. New roads, housing, and infrastructure were built to support this growth. Entire neighborhoods developed around the factory, nicknamed iPhone City. Workers live in large dormitories of 10 to 12 floors located right next to Foxconn's gates. A parallel economy emerged with food vendors, shops, and various services. Foxconn is now the largest private employer in mainland China. However, the company has also been marked by scandals related to working conditions. Worker suicides led to protests and forced Foxconn and Apple to improve conditions. Days start early, with a flow of workers entering through the gates around 7 a.m. to begin at 8 a.m. Some travel by scooter, but most walk from the dormitories or take a bus. Many workers often have about 20 hours of overtime per week. Pegatron, more recent in the assembly process, manufactures about 30% of the world's iPhones. It also operates factories in China to meet demand. So, after discovering all this, what do you think about the way an iPhone is made? And above all, what do you think about the future of technology in the coming years? Share your opinion in the comments, because this discussion really matters to us. And if you are passionate about the world of technology, stay with us for the next video on the channel. We'll meet there for another captivating story.